Hello and welcome back to Hal Tech TV. Today we have the unboxing and first look at the new Gigabyte Z87N-WIFI. Now this is their Z87 chipset Mini-ITX motherboard, and they only seem to really make one motherboard per chipset per socket on the Mini-ITX form factor. So here we have the Z87 version, and I'm going to go through and give you a good look at what comes in the box with this product. And I'm sorry if I sound a little off. I'm a little bit ill at the moment, but let's battle through and see what comes in the box of the new Gigabyte Z87N-Wi-Fi. So before we go into the actual box, let's go around the box and see what they say about the product. So obviously you've got your model number there, and it says that it's an ultra durable 4 plus motherboard. Some other features that they cover is the fact it's got Intel Wi-Fi on this board, which supports Intel WiDi and is a 300 megabit per second wireless N Wi-Fi module. So it's not AC, but at least you get 300 megabit N. It also features Bluetooth 4.0 with a Bluetooth 4.0 card. Now it does say at the bottom here that it's got a dual UEFI BIOS, so you've got two chips on this board, and it has low resistance MOSFETs as well, meaning that they're going to run a little cooler. And moving around to the back, really what we have here is a picture of the product, and then they cover a few things about it, specifically things about like the PCB and everything. So we've got all solid capacitors. Obviously we've got the lower resistance MOSFETs that I covered already, and you've got a high electrostatic discharge protection on your USB ports. They say that it's got humidity protection because it uses a glass fabric PCB, and it's got power failure protection and anti-surge IC. So also you've got basically stuff that I've already covered. Now other than that, you do have your spec down here and a picture of the back of the board. Now let's skip over all of this and just get into the box and see what comes with the motherboard. Now as we get into the box, keep in mind this is a review sample, so basically everything in the layout on the inside of the box is not going to be like what you get when you get a retail product, but basically the stuff that comes with it will be mostly the same. So if we open it up, what we have here is obviously the motherboard. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put that to one side here first, and we'll get onto that in a second and I'll give you a good look around. So other than that, if we take this out of the way, you have your IO cover, your IO shield, a wireless antenna to connect to the back. So this one only has one. I know a lot of other ones have two, but this is a lot simpler in my opinion. You also have a user's manual, and it's two SATA ports, SATA cables, as well as your multilingual installation guidebook. So that is everything that comes in the box with this particular motherboard. So let's get everything out the way and let's focus on the actual product itself. So let's go around in a clockwise manner. We'll start at the top. So we have our Z87 chipset up in the top left corner above the chipset, above the CPU socket, which is all the way down here. Up here as well we also have our USB 3.0 header for front USB 3. Basically we have all of our ports up here, which if you've noticed on a lot of ITX cases, this is actually a better place to have than down in the bottom right corner. So we've got the USB 3.0 header there, as well as 4 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports. We also have our front panel connections here, as well as your USB 2.0 connector right there as well. We also have our 24 pin up here, CPU fan header there right next to the CMOS battery. Our 4-pin CPU header is over on the left hand side over here, as well as another fan header right there. We also have two DDR3 lanes down here, as well as a PCIe 16X PCIe 3.0 connector. And it's basically the other thing is front panel audio, and that is everything there is to show on the board. And that's how simple Mini-ITX boards are when you look at them. So it's easy to go around Mini-ITX motherboards because they're smaller. But other than that, we have our back panel, which is where things get a little tastier for this particular motherboard. So we have two USB 2.0, PS2, two HDMI, so we don't have DisplayPort, we have two HDMI, which I prefer having two of the same ports if I was going to go with onboard video. We also have a DVI-I, our two antennas here for the chip, the wireless chip, 2 gigabit Ethernet, 4 USB 3.0, and 8-channel high definition audio with a optical out. So that is the back panel. Two things I want to point out is the fact you've got dual gigabit and the fact you've got dual HDMI. Those, for me, is what makes this board a little special compared to the other ones. But we'll get into all of that into the when we get into the review. So I'll give you a quick look around here again. So you've got USB 3, 4 SATA 6, front panel connections, USB 2, 24 pin, your CPU fan header, chassis fan header, 4-pin CPU power connector, 2 USB 3, PCIe 16, and your front panel audio is down here as well. Now I do believe the clear CMOS header is that one right there as well. So if you want to clear your CMOS, you have to just connect those two pins right there, and that will clear it for you. I believe that's the clear CMOS, yes, it does say right there. So I'll give you a good look at the board in all its glory. I'll flip it around so you can see the back. It's a nice matte black PCB, so there's nothing really glossy on this apart from like the metal and everything. So you've got a really nice PCB there, but I'm going to get into it in the review. So yeah, that is the first look at the Z87N-WIFI. I'll put my face back on the camera and I'll say goodbye. So that was the unboxing and first look at the Gigabyte Z87-Wi-Fi. Sorry, Z87N-Wi-Fi. We will be producing a video review and written review on this particular product, and the links for those will be down below. We might not go too in depth into the performance side of this because we don't really have anything to compare it to on a performance level, but we will obviously try and cover performance as best we can. But a lot of the review will be based on the layout and then the features that you get with it. So we will do our best to review this product, and it will be featured in quite a few things that are upcoming. So obviously you don't want to miss out on them, so you should subscribe, check out the Hal Tech TV website on a regular basis. And other than that, I'm Hal Thompson. You've been watching another Hal Tech TV video. Please don't forget to subscribe, visit the website, and goodbye.